Hello ladies and gentlemen, it is Mitsurugi Jones back with another look here at Mordheim, City of the Damned. Now, they just released an update, update number 2. They have added some features, and that's why you're on this lovely loading screen, so I can talk about them for just a few moments before my match starts. Essentially what they've done is they have created an entire new warband, which is Sisters of Sigmar. And they're pretty sweet, as you'll be able to see here in a few moments. Also, they have made a war camp. Now, a lot of the features in the war camp aren't opened up yet, but it kind of gives you a brief user interface look at that screen. Also allows you to go actually into your warband and view all of your different characters. Kind of change around some options such as armor and weapons. It looks like most of the work has been done on the weapons. And it's really nice, you know, it shows you all the different, how much damage it does, what different things they accomplish, speed or certain buffs that certain weapons give you, or even detriments, some, you know, like really heavy weapons. And look at this beautiful lady right here, the blind sister of Sigmar. She is pretty, isn't she? Okay, and luckily I got right up against this archer. I'm not quite sure how that happened, but I am really happy about that because I don't believe the Sisters of Sigmar have really any ranged other than some magic. So they're mostly melee characters, or at least from what I've played of them before, that's pretty much what they are. They're melee. And I looked through the war camp, I didn't really see any ranged equipment on them, so... And lovely her, she is in cloth armor, so she kind of has a lighter weapon as well, so she gets to attack quite a few times. I think there's 5 total there. Now, this is a Deft Stance Mastery. If she wants to do that, she can add 30% against ranged attack. Now, I don't think I'm going to do that because this guy's so close to me. Most likely he's just going to switch weapons and trade blows with me. I'm not sure if that's smart on his part, but you never know. And here we are out in the courtyard. Another wonderful looking lady here. Much more armor and double maces, which are badass. And another ranged person that I got right up in my face, which is excellent. Must have ambushed them somehow. Since she has those big heavy weapons, she only really gets one attack with him, but when it lands, if it does some pretty serious damage, as you saw. It looks like he gets quite a few swings, probably normally 4, but he had to change weapons there, and he misses most of them. Here we go, that's hammer and mace, which is another one here. As you can see, it's, I believe because it is early access, they haven't done the renderings as beautifully as they'll look in the final game, because you don't have a lot of detail in the face yet or armor just yet. I mean, don't get me wrong, it still looks cool, but why would he do that? Why would he change to defensive weaponry and then disengage me? You'd think he'd want to disengage and then, I guess maybe he thinks I'll just follow him anyway. So there is a nice big attack. That is the hammer and shield with Gizla. I can't pronounce half of these names. You know, it would be kind of cool if you could change the names of your characters, but I could see where that would get confusing. People coming up with strange and wacky names. You have to make sure, you know, people don't put curse words and stuff in there as well. So that might be a pain in the butt for the developer, but we'll see. And this is a magic user here. She also does very good in melee because she's got double flails, as you can see there. 24 to 36 is the damage that this lady does if she hits. Now I want to keep an eye because, oh, that's not good. Acid to the face. Don't like that. I did want to sneak around. I don't want this guy to get away because he is a ranged person and I want to keep them engaged at all costs. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can hit him with this. Well, you know what? I want to engage him now. We'll do it. We'll do it so you can see the magic. This is the Comet of Sigmar. Nice little thing there. Only 18 damage. Could have hit again with another one, but I'm going to go ahead and move in to engage him, because I don't want this guy getting away from us and being able to take pot shots from further on out. Now, we have seen this one before in a video. This map is the courtyard, I believe. It is the... If I'm not mistaken, this is actually the Sisters of Sigmar's home base. So... let's see. I don't know. Maybe we'll go out here on the courtyard, see if there's... I don't have enough action points to jump down, so I don't want to do that. Maybe we'll come back in here and take a look at where we can join the battle up in here. Now, if I fail this... if I fail jumping down, at least I'll still get down. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now, I might hurt myself in the process. And no, look at that. That heavily armored woman right there. She is a thing of beauty. Now, I can't move any further, so I'm just going to go ahead and ambush right now. But she can do some serious damage with that big old warhammer in her hands. Now this, I believe, is the leader. She can heal other units. As you can see, there's the healing circle. It's not a ton of healing, but it is. It's in a bubble around her, so it will heal around her. Now, I've noticed when I do use the healing, actually, I want to show you. I just want to make sure there's no other spells or anything that I'm missing talking about. I'm going to show you this big old weapon here. Does some serious damage. Now that was a critical hit for 59 hit points. Now she attacked twice and just knocked that dude silly. This is like the Rat Org for the mercenaries. Or, I'm sorry, the Rat Org for the Skaven. Or the Org Mercenary for the mercenaries. She is the heavy hitter. Looks like she's not doing so hot right now. And this guy's taking quite a few swipes at her, so I might lose that one. Now, there is something separating the two of us there. Let's take a quick look around. Not really sure there's any other enemies closer, or ones I'd prefer to attack. Wow, that's only 56%. Let's go ahead and see if he hops over here at us. Now, if he's smart, he won't, but... And again, disengaging and running away like a little chicken. Again, it's always good to take their ranged units out and limit their ability to attack you, especially if you have no ranged units of your own. So, and now I have a counterattack ability, and this big old battle nun here, she does a little bit of damage herself, but she looks like she's hurting. So here we go. Now this is the lady that dude just ran away from. Just want to check my options. Always good to look around and see what your different options are, but right now I think I want to concentrate on this guy. That leaves us 2-on-1 here, which is going to help us out tremendously getting rid of this guy. Now, if we can get rid of this guy quickly enough, I can turn around and hit the mercenary captain, which is behind us. The dude that was running away with the 2 guns earlier. He's got a mage in his face too, so that is going to work to our advantage. Just want to switch weapons. Now, that probably isn't all that great defensively, but I want to be able to hit hard and a couple times the next turn with that. So, her rate of attack is only 60%. So she doesn't seem to do anything, so we may lose her as well. But I am liking the outlook. Now see, this is why you want to get rid of ranged dudes, because they can just sit here, no reciprocal damage, stand back, pick off people, multiple targets, anyone they want. So we're going to want to catch up with that guy as quickly as humanly possible. I do really like that the sisters have lots of flails and maces. That seems very, you know, Holy Order-ish with their big shields and stuff. And quite frankly, if I were in medieval times, I would probably want to use a mace or a flail. Those things look badass. Or a morning star. Always beautiful, big round spikes in the face and forehead area. And as you can see, 39 right there. Now, she only got 1 shot, but that was a hell of a shot. And this guy is pretty much surrounded. You know what? Instead of disengaging and taking all those action points, I'm just going to go ahead and wipe the floor with this dude as quick as possible and get to that mercenary captain next. Now, I've had some of these games last very short periods of time, and I think this one probably will just because they started us all kind of grouped close together. I've also had ones that took an hour, so hopefully this is a shorter one so you guys get a look at it without having to sit here for an hour and watch. Nice little pig sticker he's got there, and he is doing some damage with it. And 92%, that is excellent. Now, because it is just the one hammer and shield, it is lower hitting-wise, but as you can see, the Sisters of Sigmar are pretty heavy hitters. Now, I believe that's probably because of the trade-off, because they don't have a lot of ranged, and we did get lucky getting this close in on this battle. Because I did lose one with the Sisters of Sigmar, and it was because the ranged units kept their distance and kept taking pot shots at me before I could get to them. But once they close distance, they can certainly do some damage. Oh no. Well, he's not that close to being dead anyway, so I did at least get a pretty good chunk out of him. So he'll be almost dead by the time those other two ladies get around to working on him. And once I do that, it probably will be gravy because the mercenary captain is their leader. And when they have a route check, a check to see if they want, yes, definitely want to engage this guy. I want to get right up behind him and give him a nice firm knock on his noggin. Let him know not to mess with the sisters. And 34, and she only gets the one shot, so go ahead. But at least he is engaged. That's going to make it a lot more difficult. Oh, and here comes Big Mama. I want to see. I think you guys might like to at least see a little bit of the healing and one of the problems I see with it. So let's go ahead and show you that example and show you why it is this big bubble. It's hard to tell. I would imagine with most of these bubble skills, it will heal everything in or damage everything in a circle. Now, as you see here, she's cast her healing circle, but I have no idea if it was effective. I can't, there's nothing that shows you who was healed and who wasn't. There's no particle effect that I can tell that shows that. There's no numbers that show you, like, you know, in a lot of games you'll have green for healing and you'll see the numbers pop up over a person's head. Don't see that in this game. So I have no idea if I healed that sister that was next to me, if I healed my enemy, if I failed them all, or if I succeeded in one and not in the other. And we lose our first beautiful lady here. But that's okay. We can take that. Because we've already knocked out, what, 2 of their dudes. They're down to 68%. We're at 85. That won't be bad. We're going to go ahead and take the risk of falling on our ass, and we do. Only 6 points of damage, though. Not too bad. And what do I want to do now? I could chase that dude, but I kind of want to get down here in the fray in this area. So I'm going to go ahead and chill here till next turn and drop down on my foes in a minute. And dodge, that's excellent work. That's not too bad. I think these girls can take it with their heavy armor. And it looks like I got the next 2 characters going. If I get lucky and knock out a couple of these dudes, they might have to roll a route check at the end of this turn, which is just 3 more characters, 2 of mine and 1 of his. So come on, knock this bad boy out here. Alright, well, I'm not getting a chance to knock that guy out, and it doesn't look like I'm going to knock this one out, so we might have to wait another turn. And that was a nice heavy wallop right there. I like that. But no defensive when they have those big weapons like that. He is going to change the shield. If I were him, I might have backed up and took a shot at me. But I guess he knows what he's doing. Now at the end, I will show you the ending screen. Again, right now, because it is... Oop, more acid to the face. Well, her face was... She was already blind. It's not like you can blind her again, so... Alright. And she works pretty good for a blind girl. Smack that guy. I love how much this woman can attack. I think that's going to be one of my... That one and the heavy hitter. Those so far have been my two favorites. Now, I really like all of them, but it will be interesting to see if they are going to actually add any ranged units for the Sisters of Sigmar, as there are none now except for the one mage that I can see. And this guy is definitely going down. He is looking... He's looking peaked. And here's the mercenary, the leader. And it looks like... Will he get her? He does. Alright, now he's even the odds here. 68-71. And he's going to... Why did you do that, dude? Why did you do that? Okay, well, some people I play with, you know, maybe he's new. Maybe he just doesn't know just yet. So I'm not going to criticize his skills. I mean, he did even the odds pretty quickly against us here. We're going to take another pot shot. Now, they all seem to be pretty basic animations at this point. Again, that is something I suspect will be picked up and cleaned up as the game progresses. This is only the first update, or phase 2 of the game, so they have 3 of the warbands, so that will be all of them except for the Possessed. Possessed will be coming out hopefully in the next update, as well as a couple more added features. Another knockout, so that's good. Even though he evened up the odds, it looks like I am still favored in this match. Now you never know, the tides could turn, but I don't think so. Now you get no experience, no loot, no nothing right now. It's just straight up PvP, or you can play against the CPU if you want to. There are the tutorials, of course. I didn't check to see if they've added anything to the tutorials. I don't think they would, because they already had a tutorial with the Sisters of Sigmar before. Okay, so I'm gonna draw my big... Oh! Wow, 50 hit point chunk, and he is done. Now that was their leader, so they are really hurting now. In fact, they may straight up run away at this point. So, and there's the healing circle. Again, you see, there's no real... I got a -1 point for whatever reason there, but it didn't show me if it actually healed anybody. So hopefully they will work on fixing that, give some indication, and we do win. You can see here you had your objectives, your casualties. Now your people will die or get injured as they fall in battle. That's going to be a random thing at the end of every match. Your most valuable units are shown as well, and it gives their names and their attack, their average attack there. Here you can see on the right there are some coming soon stuff. Your exploration, where you can go around search for loot. Your objective completion, which gives you experience and gold. And then the spoils of war. That is what you take from the other warband. So guys, thanks for watching. We'll check you next time. Hey guys, the video's over. Anyways, as always, if you guys liked the video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you like my style, you can hit the subscribe button. And you will notice there are 2 videos over there to the right. If you do like my style, go ahead and check one of those out, because they're series I've already done before. Otherwise, I will check you next time.